Hi everyone, welcome back to the 100 Day Healer Inner Child series. Today we're on day 59. I am Anisha, your healer and life coach, and I've been working with people for over a decade now. And today, our topic is signing a promise letter or the promise ceremony for your inner child. Okay, so today we're going to do a visualization and that will include a lot of promises that we make to our inner child, and then we'll be writing a letter, which would be a promise letter or a sankalp patra, which will kind of cement our commitment, inner parent's commitment to our inner child, right? Now, what's the significance of today's exercise or ceremony, if you want to call it that? It's that what happens when, let's go to a little bit of a background to understand the importance of today's exercise, okay? So what happens is that when we are growing up, right, as children, a lot of times, a lot of emotions that are not met, right? We start, first of all, feeling that we are not worth it, right? And that's why we're not getting it. We develop various trauma responses to be able to feel loved, to be able to feel seen, feel heard, right? Little all the things, important things that children need to survive, right? And then we also develop certain means to be able to get it in some form or shape so that we can even survive, right? From our parents, especially. So, one example is fawning, right? Okay. However, what happens is that once we become adults, right, and we've not got those foundational emotional needs met, we as adults then start looking for those emotions to be met on the outside. Okay. So we start seeking relationships to feel loved. We start seeking various, you know, pleasures on the outside um, to feed the emptiness that's within, right? The emptiness which needed that love, that care, that respect, that assurances from your parent when you were growing up. If there is a lack there, if there is an emptiness there, when we grow up as adults, then start to fill it in, like fill this emptiness with maybe a car, maybe a girlfriend, maybe a wife, maybe a child. However, all of those things cannot actually fill or heal our emptiness because that inner emptiness can only be filled with inner strength. You see? So today's exercise is actually to understand and build that resilience within so that all the wounds that our inner child had can now be taken care of by our inner parent, right? And all of that is happening internally. So, as adults, we no longer need to seek what's missing on the outside. Because, anyway, even if you get a gazillion things on the outside, it's difficult for it to replace what you really need on the inside. Right? I hope that makes sense. And that's the purpose of today's exercise. All right. So let's start with today's beautiful ceremony. Okay. So find a quiet space where your heart can breathe, where you can actually emote and feel the emotions. Okay. So sit comfortably, place one hand over your heart and the other on your belly, and then focus on three long, deep breaths. Slow inhale and a soft exhale. Okay. Yeah. And now I want you to imagine your inner child standing before you, small, tender, hopeful, waiting for you with trusting eyes. Just think of a little child, right? That's your inner child, that innocence. like looking for you to embrace it, right? With those trusting eyes. Now, this is a part of you that carried every memory, every fear, every moment of loneliness, and every spark of innocence. Take a moment to really see them, right? Really look into the eyes, okay, and see them, their face, their energy, their vulnerability, their longing for safety, right? Just take a moment to see your inner child today, right? Fully from top to bottom. Look into its eyes. This is your inner child. And then when you're ready, just say these words to your inner child. You can say it aloud or in your mind. I see you. I hear you. I've ignored you in the past, but today I choose you. Now imagine your inner child slowly walking towards you, curious, cautious, but hopeful, and extend your hands towards them and let them place their tiny hands in yours. And now gently speak these promises, okay? I promise I will never leave you behind again. I promise I will listen to your feelings with patience. I promise I will protect your heart and never abandon it. I promise I will create a life where you feel safe. I promise to be the parent you always needed. You know? Feel the truth of each promise settling into your body. Feel the shift, the relief, the softness, the release. And now imagine kneeling down and embracing your inner child. Hold them close. Let them rest their head on your shoulder. Let them feel your warmth and strength and whisper to them, you are safe with me now. You are loved. You are home. See them smile, a real heartfelt smile. This is you and this is your inner child. You are holding a part of you. You are loving a part of you that you abandoned earlier, that you hurt earlier, that was wounded, right? See them smile, a real heartfelt smile. And now watch their shoulders relax as they finally believe. Your inner child needs to believe that they belong to you, right? They belong, you belong to them, right? And that they can trust you finally because their trust has been broken again and again. So today, you're promising them to be there for them all the time. Now, together, you and your inner child step into a soft golden light, a light representing your new bond, your new truth, your new commitment to walk life hand in hand. Take a deep breath. Now, return gently to your present body, knowing all of your promises. And now, I want you to take a paper and a pen and write down a promise letter to your inner child, right? Signing off as you. In bracket would be your inner parent, right? You are the inner parent version. Write that letter with all the promises you just made, write them down, okay? And then sign off. And when you're signing it off, that's when you're sealing the promise, making it alive, and it'll guide you and your inner child forward, right? Take your time, take 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes to write the letter. And remember, I think I don't remember which day, we created a whole sanctuary for our inner child, right? For safety. You can place this letter there, right? And you can, actually bring a, how you get for calligraphy, you get those stamps, which you can like seal a letter with. So you can actually buy one of those, seal that letter, and put it in your safe space with the inner child. It's very symbolic, right? But when we do things like this, when we actually write the letter, we sign it, we're actually committing to the process. Of course, we can do all of this in our mind, but when we take that extra effort, that actually makes us feel like it's more believable, at least for some of us, right? At least for me. So see whatever holds true for you. you go, you take that route and you make that your reality because that's what's true for you. Okay. So with that, I sign off for today. I'll see you all tomorrow. Manisha, that's from Zaria Healings.